Hey everybody, this is Wes Fryer in Oklahoma City. It's September 8th, 2021. I'm sporting my new Space Force shirt that I got at Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado Springs this weekend. Not that that has anything to do with this video. What I thought I would do is a quick video because we're going to do some shrimp. This is not like buy the most expensive shrimp in the world. This is like buy the affordable shrimp at Walmart. But yeah, I got peeled, devined, tail-off shrimp. So I'm gonna do some skewers of shrimp and we're gonna grill some salmon. I've actually been pricing salmon. I like Costco salmon a lot, but Sprouts, which is kind of a more upscale grocery store, its cost is just a lot higher. So we have some Walmart skin-on salmon, but I've got a recipe I'm gonna try. I had the best salmon of my life this weekend at a restaurant in Dalhart, Texas, and it was a plum glaze. I couldn't find any plum jam, but they said apricot worked. So we're doing apricot glaze salmon, and we're doing some seasoning that I got to figure out for the shrimp. So yeah, here we go. All right, so I have just dumped the great value large raw shrimp, peel, devine, tail off into my handy dandy strainer and my great snowman bucket, or not bucket, snowman bowl. It's actually like the largest bowl I pretty much have in the kitchen, so it gets used for a lot of things. So if you read the instructions, it will say, place frozen shrimp into a strainer and rinse with cold water 5 to 7 minutes, and then cook. So basically we're just going to fill this up and leave it, and in about 10 minutes it will be ready to season. And what I'll probably actually do is use a little maybe avocado oil, or no, I might just do olive oil, and then I'm going to do seasoning, and I'm going to put it all in a bag and shake it up. I'll check. I may have a McCormick's Grill Mates that I'll use, but I'm going to put that in the Ziploc for a little bit. I've got outside, my wife's sitting out there, my RecTech grill preheating. So I'm preheating it to 400, but I think I actually need to cook fry at 350. So I will check some recipes for that. But yeah, we're going to be ready to go with some shrimp here in a little bit. All right, here are the ingredients for the glaze that I'm going to do for the salmon. So this is a recipe from Punch Fork. Sometimes I like to have my iPad out with my recipes. By the way, I use the app Paprika as my favorite app for my recipes. I'm going to use Paprika. It's awesome. I love how you can just copy a web recipe and it makes it so it's got the ingredients and directions and everything like that. So yeah, we're going to be taking some soy sauce and some garlic, minced garlic, Dijon mustard. Again, if I could find the plum, I would have done that, but we're going to use the apricot, the extra virgin olive oil, and some black pepper. I'm not going to do salt, so I'm going to mix that up, and then I'm going to be brushing that all over the salmon, and we're going to let that sit for a little bit before we put that on the smoker. I'll say this. I think what I'm going to actually use for my marinade on the shrimp is this Obrycki's seafood seasoning. I picked this up in Baltimore a few years ago when I was up there. Actually, I got this in the airport. Shelly and I have eaten at one of the restaurants downtown, but they have a restaurant in the airport as well. So it probably has a little salt on it, but anyway, I'm going for that. If I wasn't going to use that, this is a go-to for me now. This is just a Traeger rub that I picked up at Costco. It's garlic and chili pepper. Man, I love this stuff. I've been using this on smoked chicken breast. This would be great on the shrimp as well, but I think I'll go with the Obrycki's. So. Now that I have my salmon all nicely glazed, yeah, I realized that I forgot to put it on my grill mats. So I have been using grill mats, and I've got a couple of them. My wife bought me one, and then I've got these two that are Kona Grill Mats. I don't think they cost that much. I think they were like maybe 15 bucks or something like that on Amazon. I'll include the link in the description. Man, these are awesome. So I don't need these for my shrimp because I'll just put those, straight on the grill, but on the skewers. But yeah, for salmon, just fantastic. So I need to go ahead and get my salmon on this grill mat, and then I'm gonna just put that whole mat straight on my smoker. Okay, so my timer went off, and that meant this shrimp has been sitting there for over 10 minutes, so I'm gonna rinse it off a little bit more. Make sure you get most of that water off of it, and then what I'm gonna do is just, I have a very professional setup here with the cameras. I think I need to get some other kinds of fancier tripods. Basically, I just want to put this in the bag, and I'm going to put a little bit of oil and a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to shake it up. I've been using the McCormick's Grill Mates for a lot of grilled meats, chicken and beef and sometimes shrimp, and it really is fantastic. And what I found is I really don't have to wait that long in order to, let things set and marinate. So I'm gonna just basically try to do 2 teaspoons of the seasoning. And okay, Moose, I hear you. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and get some olive oil, and I think I'm gonna do a tablespoon of olive oil. And then I'm going to do, I don't know, a lot of times when we'll marinate, it'll be more than this. We'll do olive oil as well as water. So that's what the recipes are calling for. So I don't know. Let's see how this works. I'm going to do a tablespoon of oil, 3 tablespoons of water. We'll see how this is when we shake it up. Maybe I should have mixed it. When you do the McCormick's, they'll have you actually mix it first and then pour it in. But I don't know. We'll see how this is going to be. I suppose I probably could have even better results if I would have done this earlier and let this, set even longer. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to season these as I prepare them. So anytime I do things on the skewer, like shish kebabs and stuff like that, that's actually one of the most time-consuming parts. So actually, let's probably time-lapse this. All right, so that took a while. This is way more shrimp than I need to have. I think this was like $12 of shrimp. So yeah, there you go, Walmart shrimp. I'm going to sprinkle some more Obryckis on here, and I'm going to go ahead and just use my spoon. And what I'm going to do, kind of like I would do a brisket or something, I'm going to try not to get too heavy. I'm going to get up a little bit and sprinkle, and I'm going to go ahead and just do both sides. So I think we're going to be ready to put these guys on. I've got the grill on at 400. Some recipes will call for like 3 minutes a side on these. These are on the smoker, so they're not going to be getting the direct fire heat. So I'm going to basically try to leave these on for 6 minutes at 400, and then we're going to take a look at them and see. The salmon, on the other hand, I'm thinking it's going to take more like 15 minutes. And so I could put them both on at the same time, and I actually think I might. So I'm going to have to probably enlist my wife's help to take this next little video. So, or maybe I'll just use my tripod. We'll see. All right, here we go. Dish number 1. Can I do this without dropping it? Let's hope so. All right, so I'm just gonna lay. Oh, are you gonna bark? Oh, you're gonna bark. Oh, salmon. All right, so we're just gonna lay that grill mat on there. And now I'm gonna go get my shrimp. All right. So, this is how I've basically done my shish kebabs, laying these right on. So, I actually have a Google Home that's right beside my grill. So I'm going to set 2 timers. I'm going to set one for 6 minutes. I'm going to set one for 15 minutes and see how we're doing. All right. Hey Google, set timer for 6 minutes.
6 minutes. And we're starting now.
Hey Google, set timer for 15 minutes.
Second timer for 15 minutes. Starting now.
All right, I've been on for a little more than 15 minutes actually, and the shrimp is looking pretty good. This definitely needs a little bit longer than if it was on just the direct flame. So yeah, we're temping at about 150. We're looking for 145 there. So these are all ready, and we're getting close. We're low 140s, so we're getting close on the salmon, but the shrimp is ready. So. All right, these guys actually probably grilled a little bit more than they had to. Again, we're going for 145. Man, I gotta tell you, the internal thermometer is just like absolutely the key to grilling. So what I want to do now is just basically slide all my shrimp off into my bowl, and then we're gonna eat. So. Alright, so here we go. One of these, little cocktail sauce. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Wow. Some of those are a little heavy on the spice. That rub, oh my gosh, that tastes amazing. And of course the cocktail sauce really finishes it. All right, probably left these on just a little bit longer than I needed to. Yeah, 157, 160. So yeah, that could have come off a little bit sooner. I'm gonna go ahead and just take my entire grill mat off. So I've got my pan here. So I'm just going to take my grill mat, pick it up, set it down, ta-da, take that in. Voila. Isn't that mat just amazing? Love it. All right, so here's the time of truth. Time to serve this up. Oh my goodness. Salmon's definitely cheaper if you get in off, but definitely what I found is cooking it well. I mean, it just does great having the skin on it, so not the problem. Kind of break it apart a little bit there, but and what we really need is a quick taste. Let's see how it is. Wow. The glaze is a little thick, and so next time I think I might go a little bit lighter. And I'd love to try the plum, but wow, that apricot is awesome. Woohoo! It is a keeper.